Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. Canada sets new immigration rules for foreign students and workers in 2026. International workers and students who plan to go to Canada in 2026 should be aware of the country's changing immigration laws. Canada has new immigration rules for students and workers in place for 2026. All international students and workers planning to visit Canada in 2026 should be aware of the new immigration landscape. Some of the new immigration rules in Canada include the implementation of new citizenship rules, halting of the home care worker program, good news for Indian managers and international doctors, the end of startup visas, and positive developments for Masters and Doctoral level students, signaling a clear policy reset. But the bigger thing to understand is that Canada has set a target to reduce its temporary population. As a result, the number of study permit holders has dropped from over 1 million in January 2024 to about 725,000 by September 2025. The aim is to reduce the share of Canada's temporary population to below 5% of the total population by the end of 2027. Canada's new immigration targets. In 2026, IRCC expects to issue up to 408,000 study permits, including 155,000 to newly arriving international students, as outlined in the 2026 to 2028 Immigration Levels Plan, and 253,000 extensions for current and returning students. This number is 7% lower than the 2025 issuance target of 437,000 and 16% lower than the 2024 issuance target of 485,000. Of the 408,000 study permits to be issued in 2026, only up to 180,000 study permits are expected to be issued to applicants who require a PAL or TAL. That means 228,000 applicants will not require PAL or TAL to study in Canada. The new environment presents special difficulties to Indian students who make up the biggest student group from Canada. The Reuters analysis of IRCC data showed that Indian students faced a 74% denial rate for post-secondary study permits during August 2025, compared to 32% in August 2023, while the worldwide denial rate remained at 40%, says Sanjay Lal, founder of MSM Unify. Good news for Masters and Doctoral level students. Masters and Doctoral level students enrolled at a public designated learning institution, as well as certain other students, will no longer be required to submit a provincial or territorial attestation letter with their study permit application. This new rule has taken effect from January 1, 2026. Existing study permit holders applying for an extension at the same DLI and at the same level of study will also not be required to submit a provincial attestation letter. This simplifies the process for Masters and Doctoral level students seeking study permits in Canada. Now, they are exempt from IRCC processing limits and can apply even after the study permit cap is met. The new rule also reduces the upfront cost of a study permit, as obtaining a PAL/TAL often requires a deposit payment to a DLI to confirm their enrollment intention. End of startup visas. No more Canadian startup visas for foreign entrepreneurs. Canada has stopped accepting new startup visa commitment certificates as of December 31, 2025, as well as new SUV work permit applications, effective December 19. IRCC will no longer be accepting applications for the optional work permit available to startup visa program applicants, except for those already in Canada applying to extend their current SUV work permit. New program for entrepreneurs. Not all hope is lost, as Canada will prepare to launch a new pilot by the end of 2026 that better targets entrepreneurs and manages the current inventory of business program applications. Good news for international doctors. Canada is creating a new express entry category for international doctors to support the country's healthcare system by making the path to permanent residence simpler for foreign doctors. The invitations to apply for the new express entry category will be issued in early 2026. Foreign doctors with at least 1 year of Canadian work experience in an eligible occupation, gained within the last 3 years, will be eligible under this category. Good news for Indian managers. Employees working in managerial positions in India and other countries will now get an opportunity to settle in Canada with a permanent residence permit. Canada is offering a permanent residence permit to managerial employees from India and other countries who hold managerial positions. The Canadian government is considering introducing new express entry categories for senior managers, scientists, researchers, and military personnel to facilitate their easier acquisition of Canadian permanent residence. Home care worker program halted? Canada has halted the home care worker immigration programs, causing a setback for potential applicants and their families. IRCC announced that due to ongoing high demand and limited spaces, intake for the home care worker immigration pilots will be paused and will not reopen in March 2026. The applications already received will continue to be processed. New citizenship rules. Now, there are new citizenship rules for Canadians who were born or adopted overseas. Bill C-3, an act to amend the Citizenship Act 2025, is in effect from December 15, 2025, and makes it possible for Canadians born or adopted abroad to obtain citizenship. Going forward, people born before December 15, 2025, who would have been citizens if not for the first-generation limit or other outdated rules, will be Canadian and can now apply for proof of citizenship. Therefore, in 2026 and in the future, the impacted citizens may apply for citizenship. That is all for today, in this video. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. See you later. Till then, take care.